Well, everyone, welcome to PromoCon. So, welcome to PromoCon 2020. I'm really thankful that
Yeah.
that you guys are
Uh,
here.
welcome to PromoCon 2020. So yeah, I had a speech written, but I guess I won't be able to use it because, if anybody has some sort of impromptu thing to say for maybe somebody else has the ability to deliver the speech. I don't know.
Yeah, apparently Neville found the speech.
All right, take it away.
Well then, hello content creators, welcome to PromoCon 2020. For any who might not already know, PromoCon is an online promotional convention open to all content creators, regardless of their medium or the size of their following. It doesn't matter here at PromoCon if you're a small YouTuber with 7 subscribers or the head of a multi-billion-dollar animation studio. We made this con to give all content creators a chance to shine. We know how important this is because we were once in your shoes. As content creators, we often found it rather difficult to get our names out there and succeed in making a name for ourselves. It was during a particularly rough patch in trying to gain traffic towards our creations that we conceptualized PromoCon. This convention would be a boulevard of shining lights as content creators from across the world could showcase their accomplishments. This idea would be a pipe dream if it weren't for the use of Discord. Using this application would allow us to host the convention online as opposed to hosting it in person, which would be incredibly costly and would likely turn up with a net loss by the end. On top of that, more people would be willing to attend the convention. I often found that I would be interested in going to a convention, but find myself in dismay when the convention is hosted in a location that, for one reason or another, I would have trouble getting to while also paying for the necessary tickets to attend. Discord changes that by allowing people from around the world to attend the convention without any out-of-pocket costs. One thing we feared when we created this convention was that some people were trying to host a panel and only attend the convention to host their panel, resulting in most other projects not getting their time in the limelight. We came up with an easy fix to this. We made it so where for each panel submitted, you would have to attend at least 2 other panels outside of your own, which means that if you plan on hosting the maximum of 2 panels, you would need to attend 4 panels outside of your own before the convention ends. We're going into this convention with the intent of making it the closest to an expo as possible, with as many projects as we could get for the convention during the length of time that we were accepting panel submissions. The convention might be a bit small, but what it lacks in size, it makes up for in content. We have many fantastic panels lined up for the convention. I would go through a list of them all, but I feel that I would probably dry my vocal cords out at that point, because rambling on tends to have that effect on me. Hayden's words, by the way. Now we will make one thing clear about PromoCon. This convention, for the time being, is entirely non-profit. We're not using this convention to make money. Instead, we're utilizing PromoCon as a pedestal upon which content creators can seed their masterpieces for the world to see. We may open a Patreon page one day, but the convention will only use these donations to either improve the quality of the convention or bring on special guests. Even then, these donations will be optional, and people will still be able to attend PromoCon regardless of whether they will be able to pay or not. The only thing that will change if you choose to donate to PromoCon when a Patreon or Ko-fi page is created is that you might get a special role on the server saying that you donated to the convention, as well as the gratitude of the convention staff. We will now open this panel up for a Q&A session.
Yay!
Yeet.
Perfect.
I wanted to say something.
Yeah, we can do it. My speech.
No.
I just thought about maybe one of the things that could happen if people actually donated, like one thing to improve the convention, if it stayed digital, is that I could do a full set of emotes for the server for each convention. I already did that for another server and another one, so that could be pretty useful and would uh, would give some kind of quality of life for people on the server.
That could be nice.
Yeah, just an idea thrown out there. Now, if anybody has a question, please you can ask it.
Drop it in the chat, drop it in the VC.
I have a question, if this would be okay.
Mm.
So I've noticed that a lot of these projects are both, trying to pick themselves up as well as already in production and having some content out.
Yeah.
What exactly, how do I ask this? How would the projects that are still in production go about presenting themselves? For example, my projects, I'm still looking for cast members. How would I go about presenting my project?
I think you'd only need to say something like, this project is ongoing or in the developmental stage.
Well, yeah, people submitted their panels beforehand, and we approved them. So if you have enough content to show, like if you have concept art, some of the story to share, or some voice clips or whatever, like you can use it to promote basically that you still need voice actors, that you still need artists, or whatever you need. So like as long as you have enough to present, then that would that's it.
Kidok, thank you.
That actually answered any lingering background questions that I thought I might have. Amazing how that happens. Amazing.
I actually have a question regarding the future after this this year's convention. Something that I ran into that when I was applying for my panel was I tend to look at myself, my whole career, my online, I guess, artist, all the music that I make as a project in its own, the name that I'm making for myself. Would you possibly be willing to open up to something more open like that, as in presenting your work as a whole rather than maybe just an album or an EP for musicians?
I would say that probably depends on the time frame.
I'd say PromoCon is a place where you promote your own thing. It's mostly for projects, but I believe that it could be possible to promote just your work in general if you don't have just one project you work on. This way, you can show everything you're doing if it fits in a full panel where you can organize everything and
Yeah.
present it in a.
Obviously, there is that time restriction. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you think that you can talk about yourself and your work for about 30 minutes, an hour, then totally, I believe that you can do that. The goal is just to put content creators out there, no matter what they're doing.
It's just I'd assume that. How do I put this? It would be a pretty interesting balancing act trying to promote all of your work at one time. So I see where you guys are coming from on that.
Yeah, some people mostly did that for project, and I mean, that's how we wrote the thing.
I found a good solution when it comes to the whole general presentation of work. For me, given that my typical work always has the overriding theme centered around mainly horror fiction, I decided to center my work not only around the horror projects that I'm working on, but the overall concepts of horror and its place within both animation and comics. So if you can generally try and find some overriding theme, generally I feel like that's a good opening towards the greater overall presentation of your work.
It's actually a really good idea.
Yay! If I can make someone laugh with that, then I'm doing a good job.
I agree. It kind of reminds me of this. This reminds me of just some comedians who just says if you can make people laugh just by doing some random stuff, then it's good. You made someone's someone's day way better than it already was.
A good philosophy. By the way, based on your logo, I'm just going to guess, are you at all from Latin America?
Which one, me?
Yes.
Nope. I mean, I'm from France.
I'm from Germany.
Sorry. It's just that for whatever reason, the artwork I'm looking at from a distance here. I can't really enlarge it.
Oh,
Right
oh
here.
no, yeah.
I automatically was thinking, those remind me of Latin American imagery, of the Aztec and possibly the Mexicano persuasion.
It's
Those
just
are
Perhaps
actually-
me and my Anglo senses are tingling. Huh?
No, it's
So
just
that's
a
an
Pokemon.
American here, and that is me.
Ooh.
Cool
Oh
beans.
my god.
So,
Latin
if I may
American
ask
boy.
another question.
Sure.
Mhm.
So my question is about the time limit. My main concern is that I won't meet it. Is it required that we meet the time limit?
Well, if you don't have enough to fill out the entire 1 hour, you can open up to general discussion and Q&As, which can last basically till the end. I mean, it shouldn't be like
Besides-
15-minute presentation and then just Q&A, but
Oh, of course
can
not.
get
I don't plan
A
on doing
lot of
that.
good feedback from your audience just by having them also discuss what got them interested in the panel in the first place and the project that they're working on. Trust
Is
me,
your
that
Sorry, is your concern going overtime or undertime?
Under time.
Okay.
Because I know that I should have enough to present to where there should be a decent amount of time for both presentation and discussion, but I don't know if I'll be able to meet the entire like half an hour to an hour mark.
Yeah, I think you'll be able to if you can't reach the end of it. Yeah. Oh, just try to get some feedback about your work. If get people involved into it. Ask maybe what they like about it, what they don't like about it, some constructive criticism, and just do a general Q&A. Of course, worst case scenario, you can maybe cut things short if really nothing else can be said. And you just tell us that you're going to stop the panel earlier.
Okay,
So hey,
thank you.
I have a question.
Mhm.
As it was discussed in the previous question, the people are still hiring for voice actors. Why don't you make a room where you have people put demo reels or something like that?
That'd
Or
be
is that?
interesting.
I think that's a good idea on my end, but maybe this wasn't the place. I apologize.
Oh, I can do that. Where I could put that?
I mean, it could be in like general or audio share
Fair
that's
point.
a
Oh.
good idea.
or video share
Anyway,
if it's
I
a YouTube
apologize
video.
for bothering you.
Nah, it's fine.
The very act of asking questions is not a bother, because inherently,
Mhm.
well, to gain information, you got to bother somebody.
Can I ask a question? Is that all right?
Yeah.
So it's okay. You can go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Does
I
it
was like
have to be
your
American,
question.
or can anyone have a panel?
Anyone
Or
all
anyone.
around the world.
Oh, nice. All right.
Just the
Yeah,
time
that's
zone
perfect
is
then.
in Mountain
Yeah.
Standard Time.
I have a quick
Uh,
question for panel holders. Are we just kind of working off of like an honor rule system for keeping quiet during the panel, or are people who are running a panel going to be able to mute everybody until opening a question and answer?
I will try to have at least one staff member at every panel, and then the staff will take care of it. Mute people, and all that jazz.
Awesome, thank you.
I
And
have a
actually,
question.
really quick. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
Are we going to all be able to show video? Because I have a method of showing my setup for my stream through my camera. Would I be able to do that to help aid visually?
Well, yeah, if you can share your screen or like a video thingy, yeah. You can use a
You can.
stream to show your screen, the screen, blah, all that.
All right,
It's okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Will the panels be up on YouTube or something for the people who can't make it to the con?
We do
Well,
recommend that everyone stream their panels. If you need a staff member to stream for you, let us know. But
yeah, I
yes, the
can.
idea is to make it available on YouTube or other social media.
Like if I'm
right.
I'm there, like right now I'm recording this opening speech, so if I'm there I can record stuff or stream.
Yeah, and let
Okay.
us know if you want us to publish it on the YouTube channel that will be dedicated for that.
If you want, if you
Or-
have like your own like Twitch channel or something, or YouTube channel, there you can send like I think the streaming code thingy to me, so that I think that way like even I could stream on your channel, because without like having to log into the account or something.
All right. Thank
It
you.
depends on the person.
And
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to announce real quickly, sorry to interject, that I am trying to make real quickly a brochure for the event, and I am making a list of all the different panels and using the descriptions of their panels that they listed, and I'm trying to add pictures of logos. If you have a logo or picture for your project, please send it to me through direct messages. Along with the name of the project. Sort that out real quickly, and I'll be sending that out as soon as I can.
Also,
Okay.
when we have that, are we allowed to use that to help promote the convention ourselves?
Yes, absolutely. Yes, I'll like I said, I'll send it out as soon as I possibly can. I'm trying to work on it as we speak.
Don't overwork
I
yourself.
apologize for doing this so last minute. I was trying to wait for the itinerary to be complete.
Okay, I just have 3 quick questions.
Mhm.
One, remind me, what is the length we have for our panel?
Usually an hour.
Okay,
I think
great.
everyone has got 1 hour.
Don't need any more than that.
We're sharing the itinerary, aren't we?
2, because my thing is a discussion of horror, I will be broaching some adult topics. I will, of course, give a warning regarding, trigger warning, just to make sure no one comes in. Everyone is prepared in case something gets broached. We won't be graphic or anything like that. But I do want to get warned in case if I, for whatever reason, come close to breaching a guideline of any sort regarding the con. And since if there's a staff member, will they at least give me like a heads up, like, oh, you're heading towards the danger zone?
Yeah, I'll probably be at that panel, so I'll be able to tell you if something.
I
But
don't think this will be an actual problem. I just want to make sure that for whatever reason, if a discussion gets close to that territory, that everyone is like, oh, okay, we're going into unsafe o'clock. Got it. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Gotta cut that one short.
Just as the writer says, you're fine as long as you post warnings about it.
Okay, well, that's good. I don't want.
It's okay.
Right.
There is an itinerary. I just reposted it in schedule. It was in announcements, but I reposted it in schedule. There is a PromoCon itinerary.
I checked schedule earlier. I didn't see anything exactly listed. I appreciate that.
I just added that to the schedule now, and I will submit the project showcase the info board project showcase, that's where I will post the brochure as soon as it is done.
Groovy.
So what would be the third question if you still have it? And
No. I think that actually does cover everything. I think the third question was just like Bigfoot. You see it in blurry photographs and you think it's there, but it's not.
all right. Does anybody
Another
have a question?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Go
I
ahead.
apologize. I'm asking so many questions. I am
No,
just
it's totally
No,
fine.
if
very
asking
curious.
question.
First time doing something like this. So my other question is about co-hosts. How exactly will that be working? Is a co-host someone who is to assist with the panel in the explanation and presentation? Or are they more to be there as a support, someone also representing the project?
Yeah, depends. Like usually it's there to like, if you have like a script, like you can have like if you have one host, two co-hosts, then they can divide that script up in multiple parts, or they can answer certain things in Q&As. Just general support and additional hosting and whatever. Or if you need to like share your screen and you can't do it but the co-host can, stuff like that.
Yeah, think of it a bit of like a presentation in school where you had to do a project together, and both of you are talking and having something to say or to answer a different question. That's kind of like it, but without the whole class shaming you.
Okie doke, thank you.
Could I ask one more question? Would that be alright? Regarding panel size, I read in the terms and conditions that you could only have 4 members to your panel. Why is that? Because can't a Discord server host up to around 100 people?
I mean, no, not like viewers, but like I'm thinking that's like co-host limit.
Yeah,
like
but my
viewers
question
can be as many as fit in the VC, technically.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that it can be a bit of a chaos if more than 4 co-hosts are trying to talk at the same time, or.
I see. Because for one of the projects I'm actually involved in, we have quite a few. We have a set-up team of hosts, and I was just wondering if, like, if it was fully organized, would it be okay to go over the 4 limit, or?
I don't know about that. Maybe if it's really organized and that no chaos happens, but you would be responsible for all that. But
Yeah, it
I don't
makes
know.
sense. Alright, thank you.
You can have as many people on your panel as you want, but yeah, I would recommend that you limit the number of people speaking, because that can get chaotic really quickly, and so that's why there's that 4-person limit for the host and co-host.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. Thank you.
All right. Does anybody else have a question or anything?
Quick question. Are there any resources that I may have missed that can kind of aid in what kind of panel format you're looking for, and like what kind of information you're looking for people to present in a panel, or is it just kind of really open to what we want to present about our projects?
It's very, very open, very up to you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to batch you if you decide to do your own thing, as long as it's organized, that it's clear, and that you can get your point across. I think it's totally fine.
Got it. I just would hate to like miss a rule or like something anywhere and make it less than what you guys are imagining.
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, there are no real rules about it. Unless it's disorganized, everything is fine.
Got it. All right, thank you.
So, question again. So I remember that there is a set requirement for panels that we have to attend. Is there a requirement for how long we have to be in them? For example, do we have to stay for the whole panel, or would we be able to stay for essentially the main parts and then leave at a specific point? For example, toward the end, if we don't have any questions during the Q&A.
I'd say if you can't, or if you have something else to do, if you're a little busy, like staying like for half the thing would probably that would probably be enough.
Oh, and I have a follow-up question. Going to co-host a panel, can you show up for the people who have something to do? Say you are co-hosting a panel for Elizabeth, but she couldn't show up. Could you go for that person?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I guess that's also basically a role for the co-hosts.
All right.
If something goes wrong, if there's technical difficulties.
Okay. That's all.
Also, maybe I can say that too. If no staff is present when something starts, don't hesitate to ping us so that at least
Oh yeah, I'm
one
open to
can
pings.
show up. Yeah, because maybe we're just human. Maybe sometimes we just forget that a panel is going on. So please don't hesitate to
I
ping
mean,
us
if I'm on
someone
Do Not Disturb, and usually I have something in my status saying if I'm asleep or not. So
I should probably do that too because we live in the same time zone.
Do you guys only host one PromoCon a year, or is there multiple per season?
This is
or
the
how does
first time we're doing this, so we might do it again some other time. We'll see about it.
Yeah,
Oh,
if
okay,
it works out, we can do it maybe once per season if it gets pretty popular, or once per year. It really depends. Thankfully, since on Discord it's really easy to organize,
Yeah.
we can maybe do more than once a year.
Okay, that's nice. Yeah, because I think it's a good idea what you're doing for sure.
Yeah, thank you. If it can help more people, if we're doing it more often, then maybe we can do that again.
You're part of history.
Yeah, I'm seeing the business plan arise, guys.
Hi, Nate.
Hello.
Oh my god, so many people are here.
It's because it's a convention.
We're almost going to hit the limit.
Yeah, that's exciting. My excitement right there, dude.
Yeah, honestly, it's really exciting to be there and to see people here.
Let least hear us speak.
Evening day. It's game day.
This became famous and we have like 100 people right now. Like that would be crazy.
Well, I'll just be really happy if it helps people get more well known, and
or get more confident, get more experience with like public speaking, even if it's even if you're probably like sitting in your room in front of your PC, but it's still public speaking in a way.
Yeah, honestly, I'm super nervous right now, and I think everyone in the staff is kind of like that.
It can happen.
Yeah, it helps.
Those nerves burnt out years ago.
Oh my god! But yeah, it can really help. I think people are going to get more efficient with how to plan panels and maybe to go to conventions, but like IRL conventions where they can speak freely about
as soon as
about
it's
it
safe.
And yeah, yeah, of course. Please don't go out. Please stay at home.
It's safe for now. But even so, online convention can still be a thing in the future.
Oh yeah, totally.
I think so. Like we said, we're okay. Oh, I think Hayden wants to communicate. Oh my god. Hayden, did you want to talk?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just muting you. I just wanted to see. Because he was coming back and forth, so I thought that maybe he was trying to get rid of it. So yeah, it's totally if it works this year and that people say that they like the experience, yeah, we're going to do another version of it. I'm going to go see this chat because maybe I missed some questions there.
Well, now that I can ask something, I put it on the main stage that it was on some only to ensure things. How many panels I have to check if I am a panel host?
If you only have one panel, then you gotta attend 2 panels. If you have 2 panels yourself, you gotta attend 4. So it's like 2 per hosted panel.
And again, we have
Okay.
this. Sorry, I just want to mention that we have this requirement because we want to make sure that everyone has people attending their panels. We don't want people to just be attending, just be there for their own panel. We want people to check other people's projects. We want to encourage people to check different panels, so and learn about other people. So that's why we have this requirement.
Of course, we're not going to like just follow you everywhere and try to and be sure that you did respect that. We're not going to stalk you, but it would be better if you did respect that.
Of course, I will
So-
respect that, but depends on also on my stuff because I'm from Europe, Spain. Hours are a bit cranky over there, so yeah. But
Yeah,
what?
it's totally understandable. Thankfully, there are panels that are at a reasonable time for European time. Normally, you can find maybe 1 or 2 2 panels that you're kind of interested in and you want to see more about it.
No, yeah,
So, yeah.
I have a lot of. I saw the itinerary, and I wished I could be sure that I could check them all.
Aw. I
But
wish
yeah,
I can also check them all, to be honest. But I'll probably be asleep for
I'm gonna
some
try, but my
times.
weekend is kind of busy.
How long is the entire convention?
It's till the 21st.
No, as in like how long do the panels keep going on for? So
Oh
the
yeah,
first,
the
since
panel
first panel started
panels
with
last
that
for
last
an
one.
hour about, and there's
Okay.
like break times before and after. We're gonna have like
Alright.
on the main stage we're gonna do games when staff is there. So like at also like
And
1
about how
hour
many
after
panels are
the
there?
1 after
Just so
hour
I can
after the
plan out.
first panel ends, I'm gonna do some Scribblio. Y'all can join.
Sounds fair.
Yeah, we have up
No,
to
I
3
meant as in
panels
like how
running at a
many
time.
panels are there? Because
What is it, George?
How many?
I
It's
think we
like
have a total of 16 panels if we include
Okay.
Kurino Senso and Rabbit Series. I think there's a total of 16 panels altogether, and we have at most.
I don't know.
well, yeah, it's about 16.
Sorry, did I get cut off?
yeah.
Yes.
At most
So-
3 panels are playing at the same time. You can see
Okay.
that in the itinerary.
Yeah, so I'm quite new to the server. I only joined it like a couple days ago, so I haven't
Yeah,
had time to
no,
check
you're
for
fine.
everything. So I thought I might as well ask.
You're fine. No, I just posted the itinerary and schedule, and the itinerary was posted in announcements on the 15th, but I put it into schedule as well. So you can check the
Alright.
schedule, and there's the itinerary, and you can see the Google Sheet for that.
Okay, sounds awesome. Thank you.
Are there any questions about the itinerary? Like, is there any confusion about how it's set up? Because I remember when I was first looking at it, I honestly was like, what is going on here? The PMs are listed before the AMs. Is that actually like Tuesday? Is that actually Thursday? Is that actually Saturday? Kind of thing. But, like for clarification, Spadeverse, it's listed underneath Saturday, but that's actually Sunday morning. Sorry, yeah, it's
The panel I'm
yeah, Sunday
going
morning.
to post this on Sunday myself and perhaps others.
Okay, so I have a little question.
Okay, Agent Fest, go ahead.
So there's some panels that are in the same hour, the same day. So I don't know. So I would like to see all the panels. So I don't know if it can be moved or something, or I don't know.
Panels were set up by we asked panelists when they wanted to host their panel. If they want to move their panel, I think we could still arrange for that if we want to do that. But these panels are set at these times because that's when the panelists said that they were available to do this panel.
Okay. So thank you.
Are the panel applications actually closed? Because I'm involved with multiple projects, and I was wondering if there was space for a couple of the other things I'm working on.
Yeah, we closed applications like
So
yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah, we closed the panel application form. Hayden was considering, since we have a lot of open space, to see if we want to offer people to add last minute panels within an hour's notice. I'm personally a little unsure about that, just because I think it's really hard to throw a panel together last minute, and I'm not sure how well that would go. For just for the panelists in general, that's for your benefit, because I'm just concerned how good idea it is to try and throw a panel together last minute.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering because a lot of the projects that I'm involved in already have their marketing set up, so like they're basically a set team to go for what they're involved in. Obviously, I'm here well, not really. I haven't applied for a panel yet because a project I'm working with just invited me here basically and said, "Yo, do you want to watch our panel?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then I thought, you know what, this is actually really well organized. Maybe I could get some of my other projects involved. So I was a little late to the party basically. But
Okay.
yeah, that's why.
Yeah, you can double check with Ryder and with Hayden.
Okay.
And you can either send them a PM and say, "Hey, I'd like to set up an app." You send an application, and they can send you an application form link, and possibly open that up if that's what we decide to do.
Okay,
Again,
awesome.
we did close the application form, but if we may decide to let that be open up, possibly. So yeah, just I recommend to send a PM to Hayden or Ryder, and
We're gonna discuss
ask
it with
for that
with
permission.
them like when Hayden is available again.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. Thank you.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would there be any way for the panels to show the information of what it will be about so attendees can know what they're gonna hear about?
Yeah, you can share your screen.
That's why I'm making the brochure. I'm almost done with that.
wait,
I'll get that out as soon as
brochure.
possible, and I'm trying to send that out soon.
About writing the information of each panel?
Yeah, she's putting like a
Yeah,
summary.
so the brochure that I'm trying to put together real quick is I got a logo image, if I've just provided a logo image, and then it's the name of the panel as listed on the itinerary, and then it lists the host or co-hosts, and then it's got the panel description that you sent in the application form, or I might have edited it and just changed it a little bit just to make it grammatically correct and things like that. It's got whatever warnings you listed as to whether it has spoilers or NSFW content, and then it's got the time and list the panel, which panel the place it'll be in.
Okay. That clarifies things. Thank you.
So we're like 45 minutes in.
I might have a proposition. Like, it's something that Hayden and I talked about pretty recently. Like, I think today. And hi, Hayden. And this thing was maybe to do workstation, as in like some of the staff, some of us do have. So, for example, I do art. Hayden does compositions. So we do some stuff like that. So maybe sometimes we will hang out maybe on the main stage when there is no game going on, and just work on our own thing, and maybe screen share at the same time, and people can hang out and ask us questions on what we're doing, how we're doing things. For example, I can give maybe some small little lessons how to draw things. I can mostly just draw anatomy stuff, but it's just I just throw it out there. It was just an idea for some of the activities we can do when there's nothing going on. There's no panels or no game going on. Same as I said earlier, we're probably going to have outside of the games also some karaoke nights pretty late during the evening so that I can host the thing. And again, I'm going to say it, at 10 a.m. MST, we're going to have a talent show that will last until the end end ceremony.
And like just various other games, like maybe some Animal
Scribblio,
Crossing,
yeah, Animal
Scribblio, Cards
Crossing
Against
too.
Humanity, maybe Uno or something.
If we get it to work.
Yeah.
Unlike last time. But yeah, does anybody have another question? If no one has any other question, we can stop because we're already 45 minutes in, like you said.
Somebody else?
Like even if you
Please
don't have a
ask
question,
questions. I'm
even
still
if you
trying
don't
to
have a
finish
question
this
right now,
brochure.
even if you don't have a question right now, you can still ask later, like in chats,
Ping us.
whatever.
Just ping us and we will answer.
So
Fair question, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
For example, in my case, I plan to show a photo of one of the characters. There's no problem if I put it in the chat of the panel rooms,
Yeah, no problem.
or I share. No problem.
No
Perfect.
problem.
Or you can share your screen and show like some presentation, some website, whatever.
It's however
you need.
Yeah, I'll prepare a presentation for tomorrow and do so and show it. Mostly I'll show some stuff of the book.
Yeah, you can show it however you feel is better for you.
And
Yeah,
Louise,
that's
share your screen option. Will be easier.
Yeah, showing screen is easier, but at the same time, if you don't have a good internet connection, sometimes just posting it in the chat is better.
That can work too.
And like if there's a staff, you can ask them to pin it for the panel, because people are gonna write in the no mic and drown it out.
neat.
I saw that the Spira VA was talking before that, so did you have a question?
Yeah. Are we supposed to find attend a certain amount of panels for our
Yes. If you do host a panel, then you have to attend 2, and if you host 2 panels, you have to attend 4. But if you're just there without hosting anything, you're not forced to, but because you're just here to enjoy the whole thing. So you can go to 1, you can go to 2, you can go to 0 if you don't want to go to any panel. It's however you like.
Okay, that makes sense.
Does anybody else have a question?
Hi, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
No idea how I sound.
I mean, you're a bit slightly cutting out, but you can write your question in the main stage chat also if you have trouble with your mic.
We'll answer.
Yeah, I'm on my phone right now. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm new to this type of stuff.
It's fine.
It's okay, don't worry.
Okay, so kind of what we were talking about earlier with how this kind of con is like really good for people who want to get their content out there. Do you guys have like a way to like a social media page or something like that so we can get the message out there for if y'all want to do this again or something like that?
We don't have anything specific for PromoCon, social media wise.
Yeah, it was more of an experiment for the first.
This is our first time running this,
con.
so.
Yeah, it's more of an experiment for now. So we want to see if people like it, if you all like our organization and everything. And if it works, then we're going to open a different social media account. So
yeah, maybe we could make like
a
Twitch or YouTube where we can stream the panels.
Specifically for PromoCon, yeah.
Okay, cool. I was just making sure because I do think that's a really good idea because this is like a really cool, like interesting concept for people who really get content out there. So I'd be more than down to help out that way.
Yeah, and I think afterwards, if we want to, currently we have a rather small staff, But if people are interested in investing in learning more, in becoming part of PromoCon, and coming to future events, if we create future events, then yeah, I think we could probably accept more staff if you want to be part of that. And that would be really cool.
Cool. I mean, I could definitely look into that. I don't know how much help I would be. I'm on Discord on my phone right now, so I'm a noob to this stuff. So, I mean, I could help out however I think I could, but I don't know how much help I'd actually be.
Yeah, and that can be discussed later.
For now, we're just with our little team, and then we'll just see. Like I said, if it works, we're going to do another one, and maybe people could join as a staff.
Cool. That was pretty much covered it all.
That's great. We're happy to help.
So yeah, now we have like 5 minutes left.
Does anybody have some final questions? Oh, you're almost done.
Oh yeah, when there are no further questions and you reach 3 p.m., proceed. I have a little thingy in the script to end the thing.
That's great.
So if you have any further questions, just ask us later in like chats, whatever. We'll try to be there.
We'll try to answer. Yeah.
All right.
So
one
last question.
Okay, one last question. Very good.
Okay. So is most of the con to do with games, or is it got a lot of other things that you guys are promoting
we got
as well?
like animated series. I think we have like comics. There's I think Spadeverse is like a big collab of different stories. I'm not sure, but like there's many different thingies.
Oh, awesome.
GSA just asked a question. Sorry, I'll just answer this question and then you can ask yours. DS Nate asks, is this con a yearly thing or monthly? Just like we said, we're not sure yet. It depends on how popular this con gets and if people like it. If people really like it and people are ready to throw themselves into it, we're going to open social medias and maybe make it seasonally or monthly. Maybe not monthly because it asks a lot of work, but seasonally or yearly if we don't get a lot of people asking. This way we can really help people get out there more often.
Yeah,
so
like once or
they don't have
twice
to wait a year. Yeah, because I mean,
if we
it's like it's a bit like, oh shoot, I don't have a product that is solid enough, but it should be done in like 2 months. I can show some stuff. Well, crap! Now I have to wait a year before being able to go to PromoCon. So yeah, that would be better, but we'll see. So, did you have a question, Peter? Peter, I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm very sorry. I don't want to.
No, just say bit.
Okay.
Bit. No, mostly I was answering to the part that you were saying that you weren't sure that it was a collab, since I am with Spadeverse stuff. Yes, it's a collab between some stories. It's a collab between several, and I think that any of the people that likes the stories already will like the collab. Being honest.
Nice.
So yeah. Any question? I think that between Nate now, I don't think he can answer, but
you're talking about the post from the Spadeverse panel?
Just as an example of what different kinds of panels there are, because like.
Okay.
So yeah, mostly something like that, and for example, we have a collab, and also there are streams and there are other stuff. So yeah, sorry if I was too honest saying stuff.
Fine. It's totally fine. And bye Lithium Blues.
Bye.
And thank you for being there. Does anybody else have a final question, since it's almost going to be
one final question?
Yeah, one final question.
If not, then I can. Yeah.
Regarding a question I asked earlier, who was it I had to message about maybe getting an extra panel in?
Yeah, you can message either Ryder or Hayden. And
the co-creators.
Alright, I'm on it.
Yeah, you tell them that you want to. You already considered doing a panel, but you couldn't really. You didn't think about it. Maybe you know.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
just I joined the party late, but basically
Yeah, exactly.
everything's set out to go.
Yeah, no problem. As long as it doesn't put too much pressure on you,
No,
everything's
it's
fine. You
fine.
can ask them.
I have a marketing team, so we'll be all good.
Okay, that's great. So yeah, don't
Alright.
hesitate to PM them.
The stuff's here for y'all. Alright. So then, I'm hoping you guys now understand the gist of this convention, and let the con officially begin. Thank y'all for coming, and have fun.
Almost over for sure. Almost. Maybe like 5 more minutes maybe, and then I'll have it done and I'll send it.